A live look at the Flats in Atlanta, Georgia, Bobby Dodd Stadium. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. The Yellow Jackets ready to kick it away first. On the move from inside his 5. He gets a block. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. So the Louisville Cardinals offense will come out first. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David, but the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop it. And it just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. You're like, sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure, and because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got 2 guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else sometimes, and so you might see a little bit more balance in the passing attack today.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page.
There's some room. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the third down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. He splits the uprights. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
So Georgia Tech's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And onto the field comes Malachi Hosley. The ground game on him to pick up those tough yards and take care of the ball.
And you got to love this guy's speed. And to me, David, that's the one thing that really separates him from most other running backs in college football. There are so many guys at this level that can make you miss, and they can get in the second level, they can run through.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
Using his legs, it's Hosley. He'll slither through and pick up 3 and get it out to the 10-yard line. Gonna have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down, 4th down coming up. And the Yellow Jackets will send out the punt unit. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Here's the return. And there he goes! The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Off the play fake on first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Complete. Oh, he's got some space. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. From the red zone, it's Brown. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Richardson. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. Here's the snap, looking to throw. A tight end finds a soft spot. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's 3rd down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the drag. You get the catch, he advances it a little bit, doesn't quite pick it up, but now you've set up 4th and short. And you've got to think on offense, you've got to place.
Makes the grab in their space. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Here we go, ready, go! With the run on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. 2nd and goal for the offense. Tries again to get it in. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for that.
Intercepted for the 11th time. Past the 50, the 40, inside the 30. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
Man, what a huge mistake. Jesse, in the red zone, trying to get points and maybe put this one out of reach, at least make it a 2-score game. Not only do they give up the big play, how about with the setup with field position on the other side?
Yeah, David, coaches always tell quarterbacks when you're in the red zone, it's touchdowns or it's checkdowns. You cannot turn it over. Critical mistake, but give the defense credit because not only do they get the pick, but they completely flip the field with an unbelievable return.
It's complete to the left. Could not make his way to the corner. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Puncks it out of the air. Touchdown! Georgia Tech made the grab and took it on in for the score.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. The defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drive.
Turning it on! And the explosiveness. The big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
The Cardinals come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Gonna run it. It's Tompkins.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Training staff checking out this junior defensive tackle. We hope this is not serious and he gets back in the fray shortly. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires to the big fella. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. And the Cardinals are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go catch this thing off with a touchdown.
Going to the run, it's Davis. Got a little grass, and they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first. That's the end of the period, and Georgia Tech has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. A first down run in the red zone. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Looking to throw. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Maybe some room here. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line.
That has got to feel good if you're this offense picking up that first down by running it, because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on third down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive, let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
So now it's 2nd and long. Now he's looking to throw it. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Finds a little space. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Looking to fire. Unloads to the right. Got his man downfield. Breaks free, and he might be gone. And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that, you got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Looking downfield on 1st down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Tried to set up the screen, and the defense wasn't having it.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Oh, they're after him. Chucked it away just as he was hit.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
They just keep firing. He's moving out of the pocket. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Well, these 4-3 defensive ends that can get pressure on quarterbacks, they get paid a lot of money in the National Football League, and that's why. When you can get out of your stance and win it around the edge to get to the QB, not many guys do it as well as that.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Now up by 7 points here in the 2nd.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Hughes. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Louisville's offense has taken the field, and they look ready to go. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. And this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Finding open areas. He's past the 30. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They're going to ride this running back. There's a crease. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
And when your offensive line can plow holes like that and you can get over 10 yards a carry, like, We don't need to complicate this. Like, this is a very simple form. Be more physical. Hand the football off. That's a great job in back-to-back plays for this offense.
The give to Davis. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
That's just a really nice job by the running back making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run play action. Makes the grab. It's Richardson. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
On the draw, it's Davis.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. The Cardinals come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Hughes. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. A give to Brown. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Cardinals with the 1st and 10. Give to Brown. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened here.
Going for 6. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down.
Oh, the quarterback. He had his hands in the air after throwing that one. He thought that was a 6er, but his guy dropped it.
Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Touchdown, Louisville! Got it right in the heart of the end zone.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So the Yellow Jacket offense comes out to get this drive underway. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. This quarterback part of their running game. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He's going to let one fly down the middle. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Takes it the other way. He goes out of bounds, no time remaining on the clock, and that'll do it for the first half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors. The Cardinals will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
Catching up with the Yellow Jackets head coach, he said this is exactly the type of game he was expecting. Two solid defenses have made it very difficult to find points in the end zone today. The defenses have been terrific so far, really limiting what the other is able to do. Points are at a premium down here. Guys, you've got to believe that whoever makes the next mistake and has a turnover, that might be a significant change in this game. I'll keep you posted from the sidelines. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hosley. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Trying to set up the screen. And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Tie game here early in the second half, and offensively you're hoping to get something going, but after that incompletion, it kind of kills all of your momentum. This quarterback is really going to have to lock in here for the rest of this game if they're going to win.
He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And for a draw play to be successful, it's not just the quarterback that has to sell pass, but also the offensive line. The tackles really letting their defensive ends rush upfield, guards and centers passing their guys off at the last second, and then running down the field trying to get hats on hats in the second level. Beautiful execution.
First down, right back to Brown. Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain. 6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Foley. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Extending the play. Fires on the move. Can't make the grab on 3rd down, and that is a rare drop for this guy.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Off play action on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him too. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Harris. Real power running by this guy as he bangs his way to the 24. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Runs through a tackle. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw again. Catch in the middle, it's Allen. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll run the counter. Snowed under by the defense.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Yellow Jackets are rolling down the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback keeper. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looks as if he's going to run it. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. And the Yellow Jackets pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. The give on the counter, fighting off the defender. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against a running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Quarterback now breaking the field. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. They'll ride Davis here. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Handoff for Brown. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. And the Cardinals come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Got room on the return.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points, but they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
They'll keep it on the ground. He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Running inside, it's Hosley. Nice tackle there. This free safety coming in like a heat-seeking missile and stopping him a yard short of the 1st down. They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a 2nd time in this one. Trying to get it to the marker. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. They'll go to work trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper. But they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Complete to the right. And he's got enough for a 1st down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's McCoy. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. The Cardinals with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll give it to Brown. Might have a chance. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
Trying to escape and get it himself. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Trying to run, it's Brown. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
I love the play call running the football here in the 4th quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
Trying to get closer, and they knock it free. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the foot.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Cardinals. The Cardinals with a counterpunch. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Tie game, fourth quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. The run inside, it's Hosley. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Here's the pressure. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
We've seen this defensive end make a lot of plays. In the run game, he's setting the edge. He's forcing the football to go back inside, but he's not a one-trick pony. He can also get out of his stance, use his hands, and use his speed to beat offensive tackles and get to the QB.
Second down, he'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's made. Oh, what a cut! He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
That is a huge play for the offense, but you know the defense is just kicking themselves. They had them set up in second and long, and that was just a short throw. All you got to do is rally to the ball carrier and bring him to the ground. They couldn't get it done. Way too many yards after the catch, and they give up a big one on defense.
An 8-yard pickup on the first down completion, now 2nd and 2. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Hey guys, down here on the Louisville sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Guys, back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Pulls it in, it's Reed. There he goes! And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them and they would go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
A give to Brown.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The give to Davis. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down. And the Cardinals line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Georgia Tech's offense comes out ready to get this drive going. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. Calls his own number, and the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Or will they dial up on 2nd and 8? A long way to go. grab in the backfield. It's Allen. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Yellow Jackets decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Whistle blows, clock stops, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. They'll go to the ground. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
And that's luxury for this offense to be in right now. They don't have to be in so much of a hurry. They can still run the football, be successful. Great chance right here knocking on the door to take the lead.
Give to the running back. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. The Cardinals have it with a 1st and 10. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Buys a little time with his feet. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's the 4th quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Finds his tight end. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
And that is perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays. Don't want to give up those 1st downs and just make that clock run.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. They'll move the tight end. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
This game right now is hanging in the balance. It's tight, it's close, tied here in the 4th quarter. One play can change everything, and that was a throw that the quarterback wishes he could have back.
They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. They'll start this drive going to the air. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line. They'll have it 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Finds his big tight end. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. He will have to unleash a howitzer to try to win the game from here. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. This one from deep to try to win the game. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. And this field goal would be etched in the memory of their fans forever. They put on the heat and they blocked it. That's a live ball. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions probably, maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational-type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
So here comes our first play of overtime. The offense changing the play. On the delay, it's Brown. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
Now, when I'm in OT and I start to get in this territory, I gotta be thinking touchdown. Like, what are my plays that I can go to now? I ran the football and showed a little bit of conservativeness. Now I gotta take advantage of a shot out wide. What's my best go-to play in this situation?
Brown again. Finding some room. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. First and goal as they try to jump on top here in overtime. Here's Brown. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Try to barge their way in. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, second and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the third down.
Third and goal as they try to punch it in from the doorstep here in overtime. They'll try to run it in with Brown. Touchdown Cardinals. They take the lead here in overtime.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
On the run, fires downfield. Finds a man on the left. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. They got the score. Now to see if they go for the win or the tie. Well, that was easy.
Pass rush? Question mark? I mean, you got to affect the quarterback. These quarterbacks are way too good nowadays. You can't blame the secondary. Who am I going to go point to back there? Defensive line has to do a better job making that quarterback feel uncomfortable. You can't have that long to throw the football.
One extra period didn't get it done, and we start the second OT. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! They take the lead here in the second overtime period. That's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money, he's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
He's looking to pass. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. They do not get the 2, and now the lead sits at 6 in double OT. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. A give to Brown. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, there's not a running back in the country that doesn't want to get fed and get fed and get fed, and he has been. He's been fed, and now he's up to 150 yards, so great productive day for this running back and create a lot of balance on this offense.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Davis. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
Running the ball in OT, and a nice job by the ball carrier, finding his lane, finding his hole, putting his foot in the ground and getting upfield.
Hand off for Brown. Touchdown, Cardinals! They got it in to tie it up here in double overtime, and now the two-pointer will win it.
Man, what a great response by this offense, going down the field, scoring the touchdown. Now, I gotta go for 2. I know the new overtime rules, they changed this years ago. Jesse, you should work on this in practice. What's your go-to two-point play right here?
I'll tell you, after running the ball as well as they did on that last touchdown, I could see them doing it again. I think they've got confidence in the big fellas up front to get it done, find a way into the end zone, and be more physical.
My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free. Wait, I don't want to get carried away there, but it was a really fun game and a great win.
It really was. I know we're all up here, we're bouncing around, we're excited after having seen what we just saw. What a